we've kept you late for every session. We're going to get you out before 5 o'clock. Thank you all for coming. It's interesting. I have five things or 5 elements that are in our, this is the perfect cliffhanger, right? We end the day with, oh my gosh, it's not going to end here, is it? But we clearly need payment and policy, right? We need standardized measures. I mean, I heard that distinctly. We also need an evidentiary base, somewhere between self-evaluated and randomized control trials with a P of 0.05. We need patient engagement, patient co-design, more than just patient engagement, and we need some work on replication science. Other than that, I think we got it nailed, right? I mean, I think we are, other than those 5 elements, I think it's, smooth sailing, it's all good. But the good news is I think we do have a sense of, we know what's in front of us. It's a monumental task, but in some ways, it's never been a better opportunity to have this conversation and to begin to take this action. So, the Chinese proverb, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The next best time is today. And today's not a bad time at all, unless you live in California and we have no water. But no, I think the next 2 workshops, really, it did exactly. I'm incredibly enriched, and it was a great conversation. And we put so many things on the table today that we have a lot to work with. And I think our next step as a planning committee is to really nail down the taxonomy and really get clear around, is it populations, is the issue, is it the set of models and characteristics of models? So to begin to get very concrete about what are the ripest areas to actually do the next steps, which Debbie just talked about. And then we have 2 more workshops. We're roughly planning for 6 months out. And I think we're thinking through how do you bring more data, more analytics, deeper understanding, and then clearly some policy opportunities and policy options. I think we might talk about how do you bring those 2 workshops together and think through sequencing. But there are 2 more opportunities to really move this, and there's a commitment to make progress. So I'm heartened. I'm with, maybe I'm just a silly, naive serial prototyping funder, but I'm heartened at the end of this day that we really did make progress and we did get some clarity. So thank you all, and I'll share it with Michael McGinnis to send us off.
Well, thank you, Peter, and thanks to each of you. I'll just pick up where you left off, Peter, in many ways, and say that the foundation has been very well laid to move forward to the next activities. And there are a couple of things that we'll do in the intervening period in order to try to sharpen the discussion, as you all expect, as we drill down in the subsequent work. We'll send out a couple of waves of queries to you, to the speakers, and to the participants in today's session. The first will ask you to share with us, the staff and the planning committee, your key take-homes about positive actions that can be taken and the conditions under which they can be taken. And secondly, the key unanswered questions from your perspective. Then, based on what we get back from you on that count, we will blend your responses along with the proceedings from the day's discussions and lay out some assumptions about the state of play and send those back out to you for your response in order to provide some fairly specific consolidated reactions and statements that can help guide the planning committee for the next session. This has been remarkably rich from my perspective, and I hope from yours as well. I'm very excited to hear what the planning committee has in store for us for the next meeting and the subsequent session. And I just want to end the day by not only observing that this was a splendid inaugural meeting for the National Academy of Medicine, but also offer once again a very strong note of thanks to the Planning Committee, to our chair, Peter Long, and to the staff, Elizabeth Malfras, Roisin Birdie, and where is Minna Bakjo? Safe journey, good travels, good summer, and we'll see you before long.